So the story begins with Gina and Gabriella going to the grocery store.
I want the Twinkies!
Honey, I don't know what to tell you. There are no Twinkies.
I want it now!
Do you see? You see what I see? There's no Twinkies. I thought I could do
I
this.
want the Twinkies!
Honey, I don't know what to tell you. Don't yell at me like this in front of people.
Twinkies! I want
I
Twinkies!
don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Like, we go to another store and see if they have Twinkies.
I want it from here! I want the Twinkies from here!
I don't know what to tell you. Let me go see if there's somebody. No, it can't happen. Are you serious? Okay, I'm on my way right now. Okay, bye.
Okay, so Gina and Gabriella they leave the grocery store and they go to the hospital to see their son. Because she just got a phone call saying that he has cancer.
What is it?
Found out he has cancer,
What kind of cancer?
leukemia.
Oh my goodness. How is it? We did everything that we could. Like,
You know, I don't get it.
this is so sudden. What do we do? Like, we can't afford it. Like,
We'll figure something out.
kid.
And so they leave the hospital and they go to the house. Little do they know that they have even more bad news waiting for them. So as soon as they get home, they find a letter and he opens the letter and reads it to his wife.
Yeah, my work sent me a letter today,
Uh-huh.
and they told me that I got laid off.
Are you
They're laying
serious?
off. Yeah.
We can't afford this right now. Are you serious?
No, all these things are just happening all at once. I don't know why.
How are we gonna afford this? Like, your job was a sole provider. You had the benefits, and that's why we could afford like the chemotherapy and all that other stuff. Like, now what? Ugh. We're gonna sell our stuff.
All of it?
We have to. I mean, our cars. We don't need the nice car. Like, we don't need this stuff. I'd rather have my son than these nice toys. You know that don't mean anything.
We have to figure out something.
But we'll figure it out. We'll be in this together. As long as we have each other, that's all we need.
Okay, so standing in the background, she notices that her parents are having a hard time and it's not about her anymore.
That was scene one, act one. So right now we're doing costume changes, so it's going to take a minute. But kind of to summarize what's happening, just because it is confusing. And like I said, it's not the best prepared. But we have, so as of right now, we have a child who's ungrateful, doesn't realize what she has, and her world kind of collapses, not because of the situations that are happening, but just because attention's not all about her right now, So first off starts, she couldn't get the Twinkies that she wants. And then her brother, gets diagnosed with a serious illness, but she's not really concerned about the brother, but then she notices that her mom let goes of her hand, and then she continues and kind of focuses on the brother a little bit more than she would on her, and that kind of hurts her. And then she overhears her parents kind of talking about them getting laid off and then selling all their goods. So selling their goods means she can't have the nicest things in school anymore. It's not about that anymore. It's kind of about surviving. And so from luxury to survival, it's a huge contrast for her. And she has, like I said, it would have been a lot nicer if it kind of happened the way I imagined it. Whatever. And so right now we're going to continue and kind of like, this is her new life essentially. So keep your attention because
The scene starts off with them driving to school, and at first there's utter silence, but then she looks over at her father because he seems very distracted, and then he talks to her and asks her a question.
So how was your day today?
It's all messed up. You know, when I go to school, I'm gonna get bullied because I don't know how to dress.
No, it's okay. You know, whenever you're in school right now, what are you, middle school, right? It doesn't really matter what you're wearing. Like 20 years from now, it's not gonna matter what you're wearing. It's gonna be what you're doing, who are you, the person you are, and stuff.
Well, it matters now.
I mean now, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay.
No, you're not. You should stand up against bullying. Don't let them bully you. They don't know what they're talking about. They're all jealous of you.
Okay, so the scene ends with them arriving at school, and she gets out of the car and walks in school, and notices that her dad is walking in behind her instead of just leaving like he usually would. So she gets out of fourth period and notices that her dad is standing in the hallway wearing a janitor outfit and cleaning. So she walks away in shame because she's thinking that her father is embarrassing her even more with his work. Instead, she was already being bullied in school, but he's here, and now she's going to get made fun of again. But then she gets out of class one more time and still sees her father cleaning the hallways in his room.
Want to help me out? Here, take this.
And so instead of her walking away in shame, she picks up the broom and helps her father, and they start to bond, and she starts to realize that it's not all about her, and she just puts in some time and effort and helps out her family. She'll gain so much more.
You are so much more better.
The scene starts with Gabriella arriving at the house and seeing her mother in the backyard crying her eyes out, and she doesn't know what to do. So she almost walks away, but then she turns back around and goes and sits down next to her mother to comfort her.
It's not easy, and I know it's not easy for you especially, but you know this is not our choice, you know?
Don't worry about it.
You know, this is the first time you've ever actually hugged me. Yeah, but I like it, so don't start.
So this scene starts with Gabriella and her father sitting at the table, and what they're doing is they're looking up jobs in the newspaper and trying to search for ones that he can work instead of the janitor job.
No, I don't want to do that. I'd rather be the janitor instead. I'm thinking that garbage is easier than that.
Come on, you have to have a job. You can't just work as a janitor at my school.
Why not?
Because you don't deserve that. You just don't deserve it.
Alright, what is it? What can we do?
Like this one.
Let's see. Yeah, that was nice.
So as they're sitting there circling jobs, he gets a phone call.
It looks like your mom. Hello?
Oh, and he got his job back. With benefits and a raise.
Guess what?
What?
I got my job back.
Really? No way!
Yeah, with a raise and benefits too.
Awesome. What is the job?
So excited.
So the scene opens with the husband telling his wife that he got his job back, but before he could start,
I have better news. Guess what?
What?
So I didn't want to tell you because I feel like we've had so many disappointments over and over again this past week, but I tried to test my bone marrow to see if I was a match for a son, and I am. So I'm going to go into surgery like in 2 days, and hopefully that will cure him.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know.
Oh
So
my
what was
God,
your
I'm so
news?
happy.
What was your news?
My job just called us back, my old job, and they told me that they're giving me my job back.
What? No way.
Higher salary, and they're giving me benefits too.
What? Oh my goodness. Thank God.
Yes.
Prayers are answered.
Yes.
so the scene opens with them bringing their son home, and they have to wear masks because he's still very sick and he has to be in a sterile environment.
Thank you for letting me use to help me when I was in surgery. And thank you for when I was in the hospital bed.
And this is what family is about, is putting your needs aside of those materialistic things that could go away at any moment, and kind of valuing one another. And so we hope that you can take away that message on your day-to-day basis, and hopefully kind of spread that kind of message in a much better fashion, but not anymore. Okay? Thank you.